Today on the G3 Boardroom, we are going to be reviewing, talking about our experience playing the Red Dragon Inn. Now, the Red Dragon Inn, as we've said during the playthrough, it's sort of a drinking, well, it's not a drinking game, it's a game about drinking. So you're playing adventurers who have been out adventuring all day, then you come back to the Red Dragon Inn at the end of the day, and you're just pounding back those tankards and flagons. And, you know, trying to get your other players. The winner is the kind of the last person standing. What you have two trackers on your character sheet, and your how much alcohol you've drank is going up and your health is going down, and when those two meet, you pass out and they throw you out of the Red Dragon Inn. Then you're out of the game. Yeah. You also start with 10 gold pieces. Gold is exchanged. You can steal gold and take gold.
Gambling.
You can do gambling where money gets lost. And if you lose all your money, then you also immediately get tossed out of the Red Dragon Inn, can't pay your tab.
Hey, that's a great summary of the game. And what we're talking about here is really just the stuff from the Red Dragon Inn box number 1, the initial set. Now, there's multiple expansions for this that each come with 4 more characters, and then they even did one-off characters and head-to-head characters. At this point, there's over 50 characters in the game, so you could play with 50 players. But if you watch our playthrough, you would see that there's no way that all those players are going to get a turn. Because, you know, imagine a round of gambling with 50 players. Everybody antes, everybody has cards, and people are also playing those cards that say ante more. You can run out of coins on the first gambling thing. Now, it's just, if you're playing with that many people, it's not going to get down there. I've played this a couple of times, quite a few times, and I think we decided the sweet spot was probably no more than 6. No more than 6.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played with that many. I played with 3 and with 12. But not with 6.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 was good.
You know, that's a good target
we had
for
a great
party
time.
game, though.
Yeah,
too,
6.
So.
I think five would be fun, an odd number.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be fun. The only way I don't see this game being fun is if you're playing 2 players. You know, because then you're always directing.
But didn't you say there was an expansion that with head-to-head?
There are.
Players, so maybe they mitigate that. But I mean, it's a very social game.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I think the thing that kind of slows it down when you have too many people is people do start drinking, and, and the game kind of loses some focus.
Yeah, people will. Well, this is definitely a game you're playing for fun, but you have to be more focused on the game, or it can take a while. We just played it, no frills, had a great time, and probably did it in 20 minutes.
Well, this is my first time playing, so the only thing that really slowed me down is understanding when I could play the certain cards, like action, anytime, sometimes. But other than that, I want to play it again.
Yeah. Well, my guy specifically was Gurky the Sneak. It's important to note that every one of these characters has probably about half the cards are exactly the same as in everybody's deck. And then you've got another half the cards which are just specifically, you're the only guy that's got this. And this guy is called the Sneak, which is a nice term for the thief. And so there are different things I could do. My cards were like, one of the cards I played, I could steal money from the gambling pot. One of them was take money from another player, you know, and so it got little thievery kind of things.
I didn't get very far through my deck, so you know, mine's a wizard, so he would flash his rabbit around a couple times and negate cards and stuff like that. There was
you
a lot
also
of
have the card about touching your wand, which none of us want to participate in.
Yeah, mine was Fiona the Volatile. She looks like a fighter, and I had a lot of cards come out that was these guys would lose their fortitude, which is their health. I think she was always getting into fights in the bar and stuff. So
you know,
knocking people's heads around.
I'm looking at the final positions for Bob's thing. Bob got beat up. I mean, he got wailed on, and he lost because I took his last coin.
Now me, I had a very high amount of alcohol, and I didn't lose too much health. I didn't have to because I drank so many drinks. My alcohol content was way up.
I would be much worse off, but I had a ignore a drink card at the exact right time.
Yeah,
I was about to take a 4. I was about to take a 4.
I would have been in better shape if I had played the last 2 cards, but then you still would have taken my last coin.
Your money. That was, as the game progressed, that was revealed as the way to beat you. You had lost so much money. That's like, okay.
I lost 2 gambling rounds.
Yeah. It was like, okay, we can chip off some of this. And this guy you won both the gambling rounds.
I had tons of money, I had won all the gambling.
And then there was this one card where it was when you ordered a drink, you could throw in a coin and ordered
more
2
drinks.
more, but that didn't really work out in my favor.
And it costs you a coin.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know, this is a fun game. It's also important to note that all the expansions come with 4 additional. The main box expansions come with 4 additional characters, another drink deck, and so the drinks get different as well. You can vary them and you can play them in any order you want. So we can play with completely different characters and a different drink deck, so we can keep mixing it up. Game's not too expensive. But there's enough stuff, there's enough expansions out there that if you really want to spend a lot of money on it, you certainly can. But I think the main game is probably $40. I would also suggest that if you're about to get into this, one of the first boxes you want is box number 5. Box number 5 comes with, it's called the Character Trove, and it's a massive box. It's a storage solution. It's its own expansion. It comes with characters, but it also gives you a storage solution. Huge box, so you can put all your stuff in there. Comes with 2 bags, so you can put all your coins in there, and it really does. What's that?
The sacks.
The sack. I love a game that provides its own sack.
Yes.
But also what you get in there is it goes through and it gives you these really nice character sheets and dividers for the character decks as well. And it gives you all of them for the previous 5 sets, so box 5 and down, and then every set after 5 comes with their own. So they're continuing to support their own storage solution, which is nice.
Yeah, and I like this game that the expansions don't drastically change the game. You know, there's a lot of games where you get an expansion and it, you know, changes a lot. This is just more fun, cool characters. Now, some of the expansion characters have like, you know, you've got your health and you've got your alcohol content. There's other characters with like something else that's tracked. It doesn't they're not wildly OP. You know, it adds a little bit of variety, but I think that the value of the expansions in this game is just the replayability and the, you know, the different
I was about to say that
different
too.
stuff.
Plus additional players.
Yeah.
Can support the additional players.
You know, some of the some of the characters other than this that you get in more recent expansions, they'll even have like a 3rd deck of like items, or you know, like this dude is with Pookie. There's like a Pookie character that you can play later on.
Oh, wow.
So some guys have some different gimmicks going on, but that's what these games do, is they have to kind of up the ante. You know, they have to make it a little more interesting, a little more interesting, a little more interesting. It doesn't negate the fun that's played with these guys.
Right.
One of the other guys I have played at is called Fleck the Bard. And that guy's got like order a drink for everybody and everybody pays me money, and you know, he's got some interesting cards like that. So they all do different thematic things.
It seems pretty well balanced too. So.
I think so.
Yeah, like you said, most of the cards are kind of the same throughout each of the decks.
Yeah.
So
it seemed like there was a lot of ways to negate like really, really bad actions. So to keep the game going a little bit.
Yeah, I like games like this because it's you know, it's got humor in it. It sort of reminds me a little bit of Munchkin in that, you know, Munchkin takes the hardcore D&D genre and, you know, has a lot of fun with it. And you know, this too, you know, you know, you do all your hardcore, you know, you're out there in Gloomhaven all day, you know, but then you're having a lot of fun with the Red Dragon Inn.
Adventures.
Yeah. You know, I'm with you. The humor in this game, in a game like Munchkin, you know, that's the fun in the game, the irreverence of the cards, you know, and poking fun at this stuff and having fun with it. And again, this is a game when you play with if you got a good fun group of people, which I do, then you're going to have a lot of fun with this game. It's just it's a lot of fun. A word on tokens. It comes with these very nice red and clear tokens. I mean, they're just trackers, but they're nice. I mean, you're not going to, nothing's going to happen to them. You're never going to damage them. These cards come in the treasure trove, so they wouldn't be in box number 1, but you do get some nice, thick character cards to track your stuff in the other expansions. I just don't use them. I like these a little bit more. The cards, though, I think it's reasonable stock, but again, you're playing a party game. These get handled a lot, and so you're definitely going to want to sleeve them.
But yeah, these cards get played and shuffled a lot.
Especially with large table and real alcohol being involved.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because you'll get you know, anytime this game comes out, you know, everyone just, I want to be drinking while I play this game. It's like, well, how come you didn't do that when we were playing Carcassonne?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Nobody wants to drink during the spill. You know?
Right.
But yeah, definitely sleeve your cards. There's a lot of cards in here, so you're gonna need quite a few protectors. I managed to after I picked this up, I ran into a really good sale on sleeves.
Oh, okay.
And so I bulked up. I got like 600 more than I needed, and they're just waiting for a game.
Everybody
One
else
thing-
around America is trying to order sleeves and can't get them right now.
Yeah.
Apparently some dude bought them all.
One thing I would like to see, and this is something that if I own this game, I might even go to Etsy or something. But it'd be nice if these cardboard coins were, like some kind of metal. I think that'd be.
I'm sure you can upgrade them.
That's not a knock on the game. It's like this is fine. It's good. They're big. They're hefty. But it would be kind of cool just to have something metal or tin or something.
That's another interesting note. I hadn't thought about the coins. Each one of these expansions, you actually don't need the base game to play them. You can buy box number 4 and just play it out of the box because every one of them comes with their own coins.
On separate coins, or it comes with some.
Comes with a set of coins.
Oh, okay.
And
Because
so,
obviously, if you had more players playing, you would need those
right.
coins.
Okay,
And so I've got like hundreds of coins. So
Yeah, so if you're gonna want metal ones,
I didn't realize the whole bag was full.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can barely close that bag. That's how full it is.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why you have another one.
I have a second bag. But I think it's obvious by now. I truly enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun.
It was.
It really is.
It's simple. The mechanics weren't very complex. I mean, your average non-board gamer would be able to pick it up.
Oh yeah.
in no time.
I can't remember the last time I had this much fun playing a competitive
Yeah.
game with gotcha.
With gotcha in it.
Yeah.
Right.
In it, which is something that, I don't like either of those things. But this was fun.
Well, like I said earlier, I mean, there's a lot of ways to defend those, gotchas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negate cards.
Yeah, and when you're getting got by a card that's written hilariously, it takes the,
takes the edge off.
sting out
A
of
little bit, and distracts you from finding your own card that can negate it.
it. Right.
Too busy laughing to read your card.
Exactly.
So that's our thoughts on the Red Dragon Inn. This game's been around for a little while, but in case you're not familiar with it, we highly encourage you to, find your favorite drinking buddies and play as many rounds of the Red Dragon Inn as you can, and it'll be a lot because this game does not take a long time to play. All right, until next time, we'll see you.
Thanks for watching.